Yo, whoa. Caesar left. Is he gonna come back? That's the question. That was weird. Caesar, are you coming back? What in the world just happened right now? Um, Caesar just dipped on the recording right now. I mean, episode 296, but oh, there he is. He's back. He's coming back.
Accidentally press leave meeting instead of
That was interesting.
that was a safety protocol. I went for the safe option. You never know when an alert popped up. I'm like, no, hell no.
All right.
Recording started, leave meeting.
Episode 296, We Made It podcast, back in the building. Caesar's repping for the T Dot for our freedom fighter co-host, Holly Williams.
This is for Holly right here. This is for Holly. Miss you, Holly.
We're doing it for Holly. You know what I mean? Now,
Everything we do is for Holly.
have I messaged her saying when we're going to record in a while? I haven't.
Perhaps.
But, I feel like, if she want to hop on, she can hit us up. But I do be forgetting to go in that group chat. So, you know what I mean? But I'll hit her up one of these days.
Yeah, for sure. Holly's a dog forever. That's a real one.
But she's all the way out in Ukraine. She's out there in...
she's in Ukraine. She's Canadian. She get 15 passes. It's okay.
You feel me? But anyway, episode 296, we had a podcast. We're back in the building, though. As usual, look, in 2 months, it'll be 6 years straight. Or, you know what I mean? And in 4 episodes, we could switch it up. You know what I mean? We could switch it up.
Let's be transparent. There's 3 people that watch the show, right?
That's not true.
On YouTube.
I haven't looked at the YouTube numbers in a long time.
No, you're only looking at your own booming numbers. That's why. While you taking off and We Made It podcast is not, there's one thing I'll say this. I love We Made It podcast.
Me too.
I do. Like We Made It podcast, the same feeling I had when we started the show where I said, I don't care if it's one person listening. This is like, that's awesome to me, right? Like, I love that. But I'm also even down to switch it up, have some fun. Like, I don't know, like, why can't we can cover soccer and then cover the hell we want? Who cares?
You feel me? I mean, the last YouTube video got 23 views.
You think I don't want to talk about no jumper drama? I absolutely want to talk about no jumper drama. That sounds fun to me. I don't want to talk about the picture Blueface posted of Christian's laundry room with the laundry all over the damn floor and the walls. Yeah, I want to laugh at that and talk about it. Yes.
The last episode got 23 views. You know what I'm saying?
There's 20. Think about this, man. I went to school in California. 23 people is a lot of people in the classroom. That's a lot of people listening to you. You talk in front of 23 people, that's a grip of people. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
23s. People be talking about, stadium full. If you put me with a room full of 23 people, I can make a difference. Okay?
Absolutely. Now, the last video of Frosty the Snowman in Vegas with his 2 prostitutes in the car, that video has 7,000 views. So,
well, that's because America's broken. That's because soccer didn't take off like they said it did here.
Oh, that shit was capped from the.
Do you want to see real taking off? It's what's Frosty the Snowman's doing. Soccer, our numbers is representative of U.S. soccer. That's what our numbers are representative.
Literally, yeah, exactly.
Because if me and you were 2 dudes from London, we'd be crazy. If we were from 2 black guys from Newcastle, we'd have the biggest show ever. They'd be like, "What?
Absolutely,
2 black Geordies doing a show? Are you kidding me?" Like
with that, or 2 Scousers. Like,
yeah, me and Bam would be sleeved up with tattoos and talking about the Magpies all year. We'd be going in, dog.
You feel me? But the reality is, we're here.
I'm here in this place where soccer's booming on Apple Plus. So it is what it is, dog. I'm sorry.
Exactly. We ain't got really that much to talk about today, but we finished the round of 16 of Champions League. We know that last week PSG got booted. But this week we had the other matches. We had Porto versus Inter and City versus Red Bull Leipzig and Napoli versus Eintracht Frankfurt and Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Um, Inter ended up advancing on a 0-0 draw yesterday. Man City got a very fortunate penalty in the first half that completely changed the complexion of the entire match. I don't care what nobody says. That's just like really messed up. Like that was not even a handball. Like the dude's hand didn't even touch the ball. Like I don't even know what we're talking about calling that a handball because his hand didn't touch it.
I feel the same way at the athletic game this weekend. I felt the same thing. I was screaming about a handball too.
Caesar, first of all, I actually watched that. That was more of a handball than this one.
Yeah, but still, they're both whack. Like they're both like, come on, like, are we really doing this? Really, dog? Oh my god.
Okay,
That's
can I just say
crazy.
why? Can I just say why?
You're a foe, dog. You're a straight foe.
Let me just say why. One,
Barca boy over here.
two things.
Barca Bam is your new Twitter tag.
Two things. You like Inyaki's goal because he hit it with his right foot like that. Like you
No,
like
I like it because the time it happened. It was like it just happened at the end. That shit was like crazy. The crowd went crazy. It was fun. No, I don't think the goal was like crazy talent. I think the time of the goal was like the way the atmosphere was dope.
also, but his run was good though. Like running with the ball was good.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing is, dude, like he jumped like this though.
He jumped. Okay, can I counter this?
Yes, please.
If I'm natural human motion, I'm going in for a header body to body. He's tiny, but anyways, he's going body to body. You're gonna kind of put an arm up to like get in there, like you're gonna get in, and there's never really clear discourse on inadvertent or advertent handballs and how they're get judged. It's not consistently called correctly.
Okay, I'm gonna say this though. Now, this was the thing.
And was that really the big impact on what led to the goal? Was it that didn't impact the goal?
I'll say this though. The reason why the call, I think the call was bullshit for this reason. He went like this, but he did that because I think it was Frankie De Jong had a high boot. Like Frankie De Jong was
Yeah,
like,
did you
kicking
see
way up.
Vernio put his leg up in the beginning? I saw that too.
So he's like blocking his face. So I'm like, okay, if you're gonna call that a handball, then you have to call it a foul. Like, let them get the ball back there. Because
I think it's funny they call that, but not the high boot on Frankie also.
yeah, so it's like, okay, if it's a handball, then he's doing that because he's covering his face from the high boot. So
just eat the shoe to the face, dog.
Yeah, either way, the call is bad.
Yeah,
and you already know that Barcelona's paying refs, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, Real Madrid Twitter go in on Barcelona. I'll be like, God damn.
I mean, as they should. Yeah. But anyway, that was really unfortunate that Red Bull Leipzig got that penalty called because, when you get a false penalty called, like that's got to be so deflating psychologically. And then they just went on to get their ass beat.
That's not the most deflating thing that happened in that game, though.
What was?
It wasn't the most deflating thing. The wackest thing was the sub out by Pep.
Which one?
The subbing out big man at the 60th minute.
Well, what's the difference?
The thing is that he was one away from breaking a record. Why not just let him try to do it? I know it's like whatever, but like, I mean, this is the thing. If someone's that close to a record, why not? Like, give him that because you only have a career once in your life. Why not just let him go for it?
If he stays out there in a 6 or something 0 game and gets injured.
Oh, whatever, dude. It is what it is.
No, it's not. No,
you walk into the field, there's a risk of you getting injured.
Caesar, you already won the match.
Why can't okay, but why can't he go for it? Why not?
He's already fragile. He never finishes season.
Why can't he go for the record?
He already gets injured all the time.
I don't know. It was so whack. Pep's like, oh, well, he's 20. He's going to break Messi's record one day, just not today. Like, and if I let him break this record, like, there's no stopping him. I'm like,
that was him. He's joking around.
Shut up, bald ass.
He was joking around, but honestly, it's smart for him to take him out because he's injury prone. And if you get,
I know.
Exactly. Um,
So boring.
it's,
They have like 15 strikers. Who cares?
it's,
Julian Alvarez over there eating popcorn on the bench doing no, let him play.
Caesar, you're crazy. You're talking about a dude who's got 30 goals. Okay,
Okay, he could have got another one to win it all.
this was crazy, yo.
Let this man get a record.
Who gives a damn if he's good?
Why do you?
If
But
he's
no
good,
one
he'll
said
get
that
it.
when Messi got the record. Who gives a damn? People were excited about it.
I don't care about that
Records are meant to be broken.
Caesar, he'll break it then if he's good.
No, not if you sub him out in the 60th minute.
Caesar, if he'll break it if he's good, but this is the round of 16 and they already won. It's the round of 16. They're trying to win the whole Champions League.
Yeah.
See, you already agree with me, you swear. But anyway, that was whack, and I will
I'm glad you agree with me.
I will that wasn't whack, but I will second the homie Alex on Twitter saying I hate Man City. I do too. I don't hate them as much as PSG.
Why do you hate Man City?
Because it's Fugazi oil money team like PSG. It's Fugazi. It's whack. I don't like that.
I don't agree all the way to Alex. I mean, do I hate Man City? I don't hate Man. I can't hate Man City if my options are Man U and Man City. I can't hate Man City.
I don't like to be
I'm gonna cheer for Man City over Man U. Absolutely.
Caesar, you might not care about like even though you was talking about Qatar and stuff, you was talking about it. I don't know what you think is happening in the UAE. I don't know what you think.
Okay, PSG BN watcher, but pop off. Okay.
Okay.
Cavani was playing with oil money too for a long time. So you don't play this semantics game with me.
Can I reply? Can I reply?
No, you can't rebuttal. What the hell? All of a sudden we got nobility here.
Can I reply? Can I reply?
You
Can I reply? Even though I would have gladly taken that job with the and lived there.
Emailing them. What are we doing here?
But in Cavani's,
You would have been right there and cut the posted up with a CLK chilling.
Easily. Yes, of course we would have. But back then Qatar was a little bit different. Back then it was a little bit different. But Cavani, first of all, Cavani just has a pure heart. He's just like we're all Africans.
You're a farming oil money heart.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's continue. Napoli also beat Eintracht Frankfurt. Napoli's out here killing it.
Burning down the city before the game too. Love that picture.
Who?
The Napoli fans burned down half the city before the game to turn up. Love the ratchetness in Italy. Love that. Just burn the whole damn town down. Who cares?
Napoli gets turned up.
Osimhen is like killing it right now too.
He's destroying it. It is Serie A. But but they won.
One guy's name I can't pronounce either. Cavard or whatever.
The Georgian guy, yeah.
K-Man, yeah.
And also today Real Madrid beat Liverpool. I seen some stuff earlier in the week like, oh, can Liverpool come back? I'm like, stop it, dude. Like, that's not gonna happen. Like, are you for real right now? Like,
yeah, I'm sure it was that dude on CBS Sports HQ that tweeted that too. He probably started it from his alt account and got it going. The guy that's the big Liverpool dude.
I just seen an article on Goal or something. I'm like, stop it, dude. Like, was like you seen Real Madrid lose 4-0 anytime recently?
One Scouse dude working for Goal.com wrote that out. Was like, yeah, Liverpool might get this comeback like they did in the past. I went, no, they're not that team.
Like they just lost to Bournemouth last weekend.
There's no way, dog.
They couldn't score a goal against Bournemouth, dude. And
this isn't your average team you're doing a comeback on.
They didn't score a goal in 3 halves of football against Real Madrid. But yeah, they all advanced. Along with Milan, Bayern, Chelsea, and Benfica. So we got interesting quarterfinals. Interesting quarterfinals.
I'm intrigued by it.
Well, Caesar, the big thing I feel like we got 3 Italian teams in the quarterfinals. That's wild.
Don't call it a comeback, dog. Don't call it a comeback. Well, is Milan, if Milan wins, they're like an extender lead on Barca and Champions League wins. That's so weird.
That's great.
That's so weird.
Like, I think that between them,
who do you think is? Give me the ranking of the top 3. Give me a ranking of those 3 teams.
Okay, I think between Milan and Inter, they both scored only 2 goals in the whole round of 16.
Yeah, but Napoli was going crazy in group stage
But
though.
no, Napoli went crazy in round of 16 too. They were killing it.
So
Um, but yeah, well, Napoli right now is first in Serie A, obviously by like 18 points. Inter is second, and Milan is fourth. Um, I don't really know who's better between Milan and Inter, but
mm,
obviously Napoli's better than both of them. But
I would say number one Napoli, number two Milan, number three Inter.
really, okay.
They're
Um,
0-0'd into the Champions League. What are we doing here? They
Milan
fell
did too.
fell into the goddamn thing on a 0-0 draw.
I mean, Milan did too. Milan was 1-0 against Tottenham, then 0-0 in the second match. So, I mean, it was the exact same thing. It was Porto was and Inter was 0-0, and then the first one was 1-0.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, but I mean, Tottenham is a bit harder to play than Porto, I would imagine, but Tottenham sucks too. Um, but yeah, we
What's
got
the budget difference between Inter and Porto?
Inter and Porto. I'm sure it's 100 million
Yeah,
at
yeah. I
least.
would probably Napoli probably would say is the best. They have the best like dynamic and chemistry. I would say like and they're more they have the much more dangerous team. I feel like Inter has like good vets on their team that allows them to like be able to edge out wins. Like that midfield is full of good veteran players. The Turkish guy's name I can't pronounce. They have the other Italian small dude, I forgot his name. They have a good shit bunch of enters, and they have of course Lukaku and Lautaro, but like and then Milan has, I think, a really good core too with a lot of good young guys. And I think Milan has the better back line than the
Mm.
Saints. But you know who's been balling is that the Korean dude on Napoli. He's been going in.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Who they were who came in to replace Koulibaly is doing his thing out there. Big Kim out there going in.
isn't Brahim Diaz getting a lot of play for Milan too, right?
Absolutely. He put and in Milan, to be fair, they run like an actual 4-3-3 where he's actually a cam and he just has a free role where he runs around, he gets some dribbles, does some passing. And I feel like when you have Raheem and you have Leao, like anything can happen. And Giroud, like you have like Giroud can they have a lot of good options on offense, you know, with a good defensive line, they can make a run.
We'll see. I mean,
Napoli to me is the bigger long run threat for champions. Like I think they can make the deepest like the Ajax thing where it's like
for
they
sure.
can do damage and they can knock out some teams really easily. Like if Real Madrid got matched up with Napoli, I'd be like, damn, this might be rough. Like that's scary.
I don't really think so, to be honest with you, but I
They have a
mean,
good team. I think they can get it cracking.
they haven't
Those
played. They haven't
those
played.
teams with like speed and counterattack are always dangerous in Champions League. They're so
But
dangerous.
I'll say this: like, I don't want to discount them, but they haven't really had a great uh challenge so far in Champions League. They beat Liverpool once and lost to Liverpool once in their group stage, and like Eintracht Frankfurt, like
Oh,
I mean, let me
they have my
see.
boy. I ain't trying to have my boy Mata. He's a big baller.
No, I actually like Eintracht Frankfurt. They beat
Me too.
Eintracht Frankfurt beat Barcelona last year in Europa League,
Yeah, I get out. Frankfurt. It's a good
but
city.
it's so stupid. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I mean, Napoli had Ajax and Rangers in group stage, and also Liverpool.
Napoli beat Rangers, so I'm gonna cheer for them forever. They beat Rangers, and that's what I'm here for.
But I mean they ended up tied on points with Liverpool in the group stage, but like they just had a bigger goal differential. Um. So that was their one challenging
Mm.
match was
You're,
Liverpool,
so
and
you're saying that Italy runs a little fluky.
I'm saying that Napoli's hasn't been challenged yet. Um,
Do you
Inter made it in a tough group.
do
Barcelona,
you
Bayern,
think in the out of the round of eight, oitavas, there will be an Italian team left?
like once the semifinals.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be an Italian sweep or there'll be no teams left?
Well, I think that two of these Italian teams are going to play each other.
Really?
I
Based
think
on a
one's going to
draw?
knock one out. Yeah,
Do they
they can do
match
that.
up? They
Yep.
match up same thing this early?
Hmm.
Really?
They even do it in round of 16 too.
Oh yeah.
So I think that one of them is going to get matched up with each other. I would love to see Inter versus Milan. Like that'd be great for
That'd
Italy.
be a really dope. I'd watch that. That'd be
Yeah.
really dope, man. They don't do that kind of stuff because when they rig it, it's boring. But if they rigged it that way, that'd be dope. Rig it that way, please.
They usually just try to rig it against Real Madrid, and
Yeah,
but
they're like, oh, Real Madrid, PSG first round.
yeah, or PSG. But yeah, like even like Milan, they had Chelsea, Red Bull Salzburg, and Dinamo Zagreb in their group. Like,
Yeah, the Chelsea run, it's like, oh, they finally scored 2 goals. I'm like, do you not see that? Do you not see the teams that they've been playing? They should have been scored more than just 2 goals in 4 months, like
yeah,
per game. They should be scoring a lot. They should
yeah,
be the budget. They should be decimating Red Bull Salzburg, like annihilating them.
yeah. And Milan lost twice in that group. Inter lost twice in their group. So yeah, like it wasn't like neither except for Napoli, like nobody really dominated like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we get a Milan derby. But yeah, Serie A, I will say congratulations and shout out to Serie A for like really doing it. Like you got three teams. There's only one Spanish team. There's one German team.
The
There's two English teams, City and Chelsea right
big
now.
shout out to because I remember a few years ago I was watching BN and they had the Milan Derby, and it was depressing. It was like empty. They were talking about free TV because no one's watching the games. The crowd was empty. They were talking. Nainggolan was starting. It was like really ratchet, not in a bad way, not because he sucks. He was smoking cigs and balling. It was like talking about the financial crisis, and now there might be a potential owner coming in. Like I literally remember watching that game on BN to see it possibly happen now in Champions League. Shout out to Italy. That's really impressive. Good for you. I'm glad those monkey chants motivated you to get your teams together. That's
Shout
good.
out to COVID because COVID came and like shut down the stadiums and then like they didn't really come back doing monkey chants for real.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
To my knowledge.
At least not been reported. I don't know. Maybe if I was Italian, I'd be hearing it every week. I don't really know. Like my mom probably be hearing it if she watched it, but I don't really know.
Just go watch a match. Oh yeah, they're doing monkey chants
Yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh no, they're still getting it in. Okay.
Yeah, still doing monkey chants. Interesting.
Even like you go to the stadium and come over, you'd be like, why do I still hear it in my head here?
You're
Is
like,
it in the walls of the stadium?
you like walk in like, oh wait, they're monkey chanting me too.
The
Interesting.
guy in the PA is putting it through the
Yeah,
speaker.
he's like, we got Caesar Souza and Paul Agnew in the building. Let's give them some monkey chants too.
When they were doing some of those games with the simulated crowd audio, I'm so down for that to have been snuck in there in the simulated crowd audio. Like, what are we doing here?
I would have recorded it.
You would have been getting on the mic yourself and doing
Really?
it.
But yeah, anyway, Serie A is back, it looks like, in some way. Like I'll give him that for now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like the quarterfinals are gonna be pretty exciting. We got some good teams. We'll see what Benfica does.
Benfica.
You know, City's coming in off a 7-0 win. Napoli is like killing Serie A above the pack with 18 points. Um, Bayern's doing good. Real Madrid's doing really, really good. We're gonna have some good clashes. Hopefully, they don't make some whack matchups.
Yeah, please don't ruin this.
Yeah,
Don't ruin it. Don't put Inter against Benfica. Don't do that.
no, but don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't, because I'm not gonna watch that. Now, I want to watch. I'll
Well,
watch Inter Milan Derby, but I
okay,
don't
but
want to watch.
who do you want to see play Benfica then? Like,
Huh?
who do you want to see?
Real Madrid. Let's go. Hell
I
yeah.
might mess around and lose. You never know.
That's cute.
Stupid.
The only reason they're losing if David Neres beats us, I'm like, I get it. He's a star now. There's like kids running on the field to get his hugs. It's so weird.
I honestly feel like the easiest matchup for Real Madrid would be Chelsea. Chelsea sucks, dude. They're so bad.
James said the hardest player he's ever had to defend is Vinny Jr.
Yes, he did say that.
And
It
showed.
He hasn't gone up against you yet, though.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean,
That yeah, I don't really want to. I wouldn't really want to play Chelsea because I know they're the easiest, but they're kind of like unpredictable.
Well, just because they got
I
players.
want someone else to deal with that stress. Because they got my boy Jean Felix. I love watching him play. I'm gonna keep it real.
He's a
I'm
baller.
gonna keep it real. Like the only reason I wouldn't even be tuning into the Chelsea games about all the other signings. I don't care. They got João Felix, and I'm watching. I'm
He's a
watching
baller.
because when he plays, I'm like, this motherfucker is good.
You know who's dead regular?
Who?
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez. Bam. I kid you not. It's been weeks now. What I don't even. I'm sorry that I've watched. I think 3 or 4 Chelsea games. I don't go away going. And I'm the kind of guy that will watch and there'll be a CDM no one give a damn about and be like, that motherfucker's good. Like a player that's mid, I'll be like, he's a good player. Enzo, I'm like, why?
You don't notice him.
I don't even I hate to say it, but you're on this team. I don't even want to put him in the same sentence as Conte. Like
Absolutely. What?
I've watched Conte just single-handedly shut
Dominate.
the whole game down.
Yeah, absolutely.
This tiny CDM running around being an absolute pest. Enzo, I'm like, I don't know, man.
He's
And,
dead
and
regular.
he's even running in the lineup with there's damn near two midfielders. Like Conte was a solo CDM. They're running like 2 with him. I'm like, just get out of here. I don't think it's that crazy. I think it's gonna be one of the bigger like dud signings. Like they'll be doing a thing about it. Like at least Hamas had a good year after his World Cup. Like he had one good
He
year.
had a good couple of years. He like a year and a half.
Yeah, okay, a year and a half. At least there was that. Like it happens every World Cup where one guy gets signed that it was like, well, that wasn't that serious. He didn't have to do all that. So I think Enzo has potential to be that. And yeah, I don't know. I think if Enzo was playing like maybe in a different league or something, he maybe do a little better. But in England, I think England's a little bit too frantic for him. It's a little wild. Like these games, these Premier League games, they're wild. Like they're not just like, hey, we're just gonna chill. Like every game, it'll be like I was watching a Newcastle versus Wolves. It's crazy in there. I'm like, you don't just step off Benfica and roll into this and it just for anybody. Like that's why when someone like Bruno Guimaraes is balling, you're like, that's really impressive. Like he really, he came from a better league too. He came from a French league. He has a lot of talent, and I think Bruno has like two-way good gaming. Like Enzo, I don't really see it. I see what he can do, but it's not 100 million plus worth at all.
You can't even compare Bruno Guimaraes and Enzo Fernandez. Bruno Guimaraes is so good. Like
goddamn Camavinga's better than Enzo.
Easy, dude. Like all these guys. Like
Camavinga would go crazy on Chelsea. He'd be incredible.
It's just when you're looking at a midfielder, like you just watch the match. And if they stand out, like I always say, like they'll come to you. Like you'll notice them.
You don't have to search for. You should never have to search for a midfielder.
No, like they're gonna do things where you're like, wow, okay, that guy's good, you know. But like Enzo Fernandez is just like he's regular.
Yeah, you watch players like Kondobia, the dude from Marseille, your boy, Guendouzi, a lot of even players not even that crazy. Like I'll give you another example. You know, I watched the weekend on Wolves. I saw Lamina doing his thing a little bit. I'm like,
I like Lamina too. I remember him.
Like he's asserting himself there rather than being a part of the whole circle. He has a presence there. Like whether he does a goal or not, it's not about that. It's him creating something that goes to a hockey assist or just tapping the ball, not getting it, but it ruins the pass a little bit and ruins the momentum. These things that midfielders do can affect the whole flow. Yeah, and Enzo doesn't really feel like a flow disruptor or an offense starter. So it's like I don't really want to pay for this. Like I
was watching Enzo. He like wasn't even like trying to get the ball half the time. Like he wasn't even like he's playing right in front of the center backs, and he's like not even trying to get the ball from them for real. Like they're having to pass to the left back or the right back because he won't come over there.
Do you remember someone that was a big impact? Remember when Luca Torreira first went to Arsenal? Like
he was crazy.
How much of a presence he had.
Yeah, he's crazy.
When he first went, like these guys can make themselves a big part of the game quickly, huh? Big part of the game quickly and meaning.
But yeah, I don't know. Either way, like going back, like we'll have some good matches. They'll probably have Chelsea play Benfica just because like, oh, because Enzo used to play there or whatever. But it'll be exciting either way. And hopefully we have Holly back. You know, Man U's playing in the Europa League. They're gonna beat Real Betis tomorrow again, I'm sure. So hopefully, if they make it to like the semifinals of Europa League, we can get Holly back to see what's good. Even though I kind of feel like they're gonna win Europa League, honestly. But they did get their ass beat by Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad because I really wanted Monaco to do this thing in Europa. I was hoping for that. Didn't work out the way I wanted because racism, but it's all good.
I don't think there's any French teams left in Europe at all.
They're doing us dirty. I don't appreciate that.
Like I don't think there's any in Conference League.
Well, just never forget because Mbappe really wanted to come back to make a difference for France in Champions League, and
yeah, like he wanted
here
to
he
go
is again, going home a little early, dog. Go home a little early. And last time he went home early and had a lot of time to think about what he wanted to do in the winter. Well, you got a lot of time to think about again too, dog. Just have fun with that captain's band, and yeah.
Seriously. Okay, I guess Nice is still in Europa Conference League. They're playing Sheriff tomorrow. I don't think there's any French team in Europa League though. Yeah, because no. So we got Nice holding it down for us. But anyway, we made a podcast, episode 296. We're still doing it, you know what I mean? For whatever reason. But hopefully soon, we're just gonna pivot and I'll be uploading these episodes. When we start doing ratchet content, I'll just upload them on the Mr. A YouTube channel. Got 300 something subscribers on there already. We'll just boom it. We'll get to 1,000. We'll get
We're just gonna
monetized.
switch the counts. Nobody gonna know.
No,
we're gonna start recording on your real
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
And reacting to that now. We're gonna be reacting to Snowman's videos and stuff now. Young Jeezy, whatever.
You're not even ready for that. You're not even
I'm so down. If you made me live react, I would have a blast. That'd be the most fun ever. Granted, we might have to switch. Well, honestly, let's just start streaming on Kick and just reacting to that stuff. We won't get in trouble. We'll get 90% revenue. I'm down. I'll go to kick.com to do that. You think I don't care? You think I care? I don't care.
Yeah, you want to be a right-wing YouTuber anyway.
That's Rumble. That's Rumble.
But anyway, we made a podcast. Holler.